Hey, you guys. Oh, let me pull my mic over here. How's it going? This is my second time on here, but now you can actually see me. I came on to a live discussion earlier talking about women's pay and tips that women can do and really anyone can do to make sure they're getting a solid pay, competitive pay. And I realized afterwards that whatever I did with Restream, the streaming tool I'm using, I was like in the corner in a little section. So I was really upset. I was like, what in the world? But anyway, hopefully the information is still useful for folks. So I won't take it down, but I am going to recreate it. Or I technically already re recorded it. So anyway, we're going to talk about today the metaverse very briefly. I just want to highlight this to folks and continue the conversation about it because I did come across an article. And in this article, it's by a company that or a site I'm not as familiar with, I will say. However, the site is called theinformation.com and the writer's name is Matthew Olson. They're basically studying Facebook and their announcement about the metaverse. And they're saying, what will metaverse be worth in 2025? Because Facebook has come out to say, like, hey, we're investing money into the metaverse. However, we're not going to really see profits. We're not expecting to see profits until like later in the decade, right? So that would put us beyond 2025. So they're saying their guess is 82 billion. Let me put this in the chat so you all can check it out. But that's what they're saying here, and I might share it. Hey, Just Ashar, how are you? Hopefully you're doing well. All right, so this is in the chat. Hopefully you can see that. Greetings to you, Just Ashar. Just Ashar, I have just put out some Christmas or holiday decorations, and I'm like getting into the spirit. Greetings. Hi, White family. Welcome. How are you? So let me bring up the article that I am actually referencing so you all can see it. Let's see here. I'm going to share my screen over here. All right. Let me know when you're able to see it. So this is what I'm looking at right now. And I can't see the full article because, you got to pay money. But they're saying Facebook is spending tens of billions of dollars in the next few years building the virtual immersive world dubbed the Metaverse, right? So this is, you can build multiple virtual worlds. CEO Mark Zuckerberg indicated on Monday night, but he also acknowledged that the metaverse won't evolve into a money-making business until later in this decade. We decided to try to calculate the potential revenue from the metaverse, the term for virtual worlds where people are expected to socialize, work, partake in entertainment, which we talked about in the last video, 2 videos ago, and buy and sell digital goods. So you can actually sell things, so you can earn money and you can spend money, of course, because that's what Facebook is, of course, in it for. Our conclusion is that by 2025, okay, let's try this. Okay, can you guys hear me? Oh, that's so weird. Okay. Okay, I just tried something. Can you guys hear me now? Hopefully you all can. Edward is saying no audio, no sound. Hi, Teddy. Oh, you're working and listening. Thank you, Edward. Thanks, Wide family. Just as Shar says, yes. So can you hear me or no? Okay, you can hear me. Perfect. All right, where were we? Goodness. I get one call and it totally throws everything off. Okay. So they were saying that their conclusion is that by 2025, gaming, business communication, advertising in the metaverse could be worth at least $82 billion. They're saying that's a little less than what Facebook made last year from advertising alone. Now, we do know that Facebook ad revenues have decreased. So, side note. Facebook will have to share that pot of money with companies like Epic Games, which is a private company, and Roblox, which is a public company. So you can buy shares of stock in Roblox publicly. Epic Games, it gets a little tricky because that is a private company, right? Okay, so that's really what I wanted to bring up. I just wanted to start the conversation about the metaverse and also ways that I think people will make money. And I talked in the last video about just the creation of the different worlds, or what Zuckerberg calls the horizon home, the horizon world, this ability to create a virtual home space for you, right? An oasis or whatever you want to call it. And horizon world, so these different virtual worlds. So it could be things that people are creating. I suspect, just based on things I'm hearing so far and learning about the metaverse, is it will kind of, mimic what we already have in gaming. Like, you will be able to buy a lot of different things, but money can come from the folks that can create these different worlds, because I don't think regular, just your day-to-day folks are going to be able to do it. But how do you make a replica of an office space or of your home space or whatever you want to recreate? These designers and creators of these worlds, that's where the money is going to shift. From my perspective, I also think there's going to be a lot of change with artwork. We're already seeing that with artists. Think about like singers. We talked about, who is it? I think it was Travis. Is his name Travis Scott? Anyway, he had the virtual kind of concert, right? Justin Bieber has also done the virtual thing with, sing and dance and whatever with an avatar. So you'll have your avatar that is you. So we may see more of that capability, which again, it makes you be able to earn more money. You can reach more people. You're not limited to a location anymore. So it gives you that opportunity to reach more people while still doing that one thing, which is interesting. Virtual work and virtual conferences, virtual trainings. This is something I've always been thinking about in terms of training. How do you train people in a virtual space? How do you train people that are remote? How can you do some cost savings when it comes with training people and conferences and things? That can be another avenue for money making in the virtual world. So just stuff that I'm thinking about. You get to connect more globally with people. We have the topic of digital money. We know about Bitcoin. We've talked about this. Where does that fit into this space now? I think it does have a place. However, I also see companies like Facebook, they're creating their own digital money. and it's very interesting. So I think that will also have a space as well. And art, like artists, actually, what are artists doing? Creating these 3D type of artistry or works of art that you can not only see in the real world, but into the virtual world. And it will, you'll have to spend some money in order to bring this artwork into your virtual world. So that can be really interesting for people that are really creative and they're artists and they're creating great artworks. We already see this kind of in, with the, what is it? With the blockchain, with ETFs, they're making what is it called? Whatever punks they're making online that you can buy, and you can buy them for a certain amount of Ethereum, which is one of the cryptocurrencies that's very popular. Is number 2, right behind Bitcoin. I do own some Ethereum. I've gotten a bandwagon right when I got on Bitcoin's bandwagon because it just seems smart. But yeah, there's just a lot of opportunity. Now, Roblox is a company I'm following. Their stocks were trending lower today because they were like offline. So over Halloween, parents were like, what in the world are we going to do with our kids? What are we going to do with these kids? They're used to playing these games. What's going on, Roblox? And what I'm saying is Roblox. I'm going to spell it out in the chat. So that's the public company. The private company is Epic Games, which I think people know about Fortnite. That's probably where more people know about it, but that is a private company. So, but I'm talking about Roblox. They were completely offline for like 3 days. So their stocks were going down. So that was a buying opportunity for me, just because I see like if Facebook's jumping into this, they're putting billions of dollars. Roblox is already in the space. Epic Games is already in the space. Well, of the two, I can invest in Roblox. So why not? So I want to see where the space is going. And yeah, so those are the things that are on my mind right now. It's not really so much of a heavy, I just like slammed my desk down. Anyway, it's not so much of a heavy topic, but I wanted to bring it up, put it in front of you guys' attention. You guys know I've been talking about artificial intelligence and what that means for just jobs and everyday people and how businesses make money. So now I'm shifting to talking about also the metaverse, since that is now a hot topic per Facebook bringing it up. But we've kind of talked about it a little bit with the whole idea of digital entertainment, digital humans, all of these different things that we've seen with the influencers that are digital now. So now the humans, what's scary to me, this is off topic with money, but the scary thing is this idea that humans are becoming more digital and our digital things are becoming more human. So there's so many developers trying to figure out how to create and how to make these digital humans, virtual humans. They actually have a website for that, right? We've seen it. How to make them more human-like. And now we're turning humans and trying to make us human, our human beings, more digitalized with creating these avatars and these virtual spaces. And I talked about this in the former video where I really do believe, I could be wrong, but I do believe that we'll see more and more of robotics, of humans working alongside robots and, with any artificial intelligence person, like if there's a person created, with that, we will be working alongside them. Or if there's a digital human, like little Michaela that we talked about, who was very lifelike, responding, and FN Mika, the virtual rapper, we will be working alongside them. We already are, because we've seen the model, I think it was Gigi Hadid, modeling right alongside Lil Michaela. So you can check out another video I did about that a few months back. But we are merging the two, and it's pretty scary. I was talking to a friend yesterday about it. She's like, it's scary, and I feel the same way. But also, I have to take the moment to think about, okay, what can this mean financially? Who are the players that are putting money into this, and who's already kind of rolling with it, which would be Roblox and Epic Games, and I'm sure some others will as well. I'm still exploring some things. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking about right now. And thanks for everybody coming in to join the chat. This was not planned. I just jumped on. I've had the day off today. I had to go to a doctor's appointment this morning, and I had just taken the rest of the day off for a vacation. I had been feeling a little, I want to say burnt out, so I just had taken Friday off and had taken today off just to kind of get some things taken care of. And so it's been, I've had a little extra time today that I normally don't have because, as you know, for my recruiter talks, I am on the phone pretty much all day, most of the day, I would say. If not half the day, at least I'm either on the phone talking with job candidates or talking to other people just within meetings and such. So it's normally pretty busy. So I don't see any comments in here or questions about the metaverse, thoughts, comments. I don't know if you guys are scared as well, or if you're excited, or what you're feeling, but those are two companies that we can follow. Epic Games, again, they are a private company. I don't know if they will go public anytime soon. And then Roblox is one that I'm heavily following. They did have that snafu with being down for 3 days, which is really tough. However, I think long term, that could be a good investment. We'll see. So with that, I'm going to close things out. I will continue following this Metaverse deal, or however you really want to call it. You don't have to call it Metaverse. That's Facebook is using, rebranding to Meta, but you basically can call it virtual world. Essentially, you can call it virtual world. So, and I was watching the movie. What is it? Ready Player One for the first time because of this. And they called it the Oasis. So whatever you want to call it, right? So with that, definitely hit the like button if you enjoyed the content. And if you haven't seen my video from earlier talking about the gender pay gap, please do watch that video. Share with someone who you think may help. It doesn't have to be a woman. I think it's very much catered to women. However, I think anyone, any gender, however you identify yourself, right? Anyone could benefit from those tips that I give. And so go check that video out. It's the last one. It's like the first one that should be on my channel if you go over there, and or on my community